Thank you for staying with us. Let's begin with politics, which most times can accommodate the absurd with just 4 months to the end of the administration. A federal court in Abuja has dismissed the suits by former presidential candidate of the Hope Democratic Party, Ambrose Owuru, against election of President Muhammadu Buhari in 2019. Owuru had, in a suit, applied for an order of the court to declare President Buhari's seat vacant and inaugurate him as the authentic winner of the 2019 presidential election. Justice Inyang Ekwo, who threw out this case, said the suit constitutes a gross abuse of court process, statute barred, and an affront to the Supreme Court. Jide, who is Ambrose Owuru of the Hope Democratic Party?
As been stated in the particulars of the case, was the candidate of Hope Democratic Party in the 2019 presidential election. And as far as I'm concerned, he got nowhere close to being among the front runners in the election.
Hope Democratic Party.
So I don't know where his own locus, I don't know where his locus emanates from to now say that the court should declare him the winner. Did you come second? Did you come third? Did you even come 10th?
I don't know. Hope Democratic Party.
You see, when people bring these kind of cases before a judiciary as busy as our own, their lawyers need to be properly punished.
And tongue-lashed.
They allow these lawyers to get away with blue murder. They know, the lawyer knows that the case is bad. The matter of who lost the election had already been resolved by both INEC and the courts. So why are you taking us back? The matter that had long been resolved. And that was why the judge said what he did amounted to an affront on the Supreme Court. It's disrespectful for the final court in the land to have given judgment on a matter only for someone
go to an inferior
to suddenly wake up and try to dredge up a matter that had long been forgotten. Buhari has how many months left in office? You are now asking to be sworn in. On the basis of what will they swear you in? Are you the candidate of the PDP who came second in the election? Are you Abubakar Atiku? Are you? I don't know where. But a lawyer kind of action, ridiculous things will keep happening. No matter how much you hate Buhari as a person, no matter how much you are irritated by his presence, this matter had long been decided. Why are you now in 2023? You want to be sworn in 4 years after Buhari got sworn in for a second term. You are now asking to be allowed to replace him. No judge, no matter the drunken state that judge found himself, will consider this a matter to even deal with. If there was a provision for both litigants and their lawyers to be put in the slammer for wasting the time of the court, I think this particular one is that we can point at. But since there is no such provision in our laws, the lawyers who bring this kind of vexatious, look at the way the judge described it as baseless, frivolous, irritating, and vexatious. The judge must have been really angered. There are other pending, more serious issues for our judges to busy themselves with than attending to a ridiculous court case by Ambrose Owuru. Maybe he just wanted to get popular at the expense of everyone because...
I think, do you agree with Jide?
Very much.
Owuru is looking for cheap
Very much. I think Owuru is a comedian. He probably make a very good comedian He should probably apply to someone like Mr. Macaroni. Maybe he can become an apprentice to him so that he can take a career in skit making.
You should be hanging out with them.
But except that the court is not where you display such foolish comedy, such facial, institute such facial suit against the process. I think that the most reasonable part of it for me was when he said he should be sworn in. He was claiming that there was one referendum we didn't know about where he was declared to be the leading candidate. I don't know where this man came from. I don't know where he crawled from, you know, to do all of this. Like Jide said, it's a very vexatious one. In fact, the judge said it took him time to understand what the man wanted. Like, he couldn't even understand the suit. So people like this, I mean, should not even be allowed. Like BKO said, I think, I also understand that the man is a lawyer. The man himself, the litigant is a lawyer. Both, he is a lawyer, and
he's lawyer.
He should, both of them probably sanctions for wasting the court's time. You know, it's very annoying. It's very vexatious. It's a sick joke. That's the way I look at it.
You know, we have 18 candidates running for this 2023 election, and you will hear some names now. Maybe it's everything. Are we saying that they don't have the right to challenge the outcome of that election at the tribunal, irrespective of their position?
Oh, you can challenge, but there's a time limit. There's a time ceiling within which you have to file an action like this. And that time is past. We can't have an open-ended system whereby people can wake up at any time, maybe even a day to the expiration of Buhari's president, a few weeks after the election was won and lost. We would have said maybe it was serious. Buhari received that it should be made to cough every.
Jonas Hangout.
Good evening, hi.
Good evening.
Hello?
Hello.
Good evening, journalist Hangout.
Yes, hi, you're live. Go ahead, please.
It's a bit comical to me that we are talking about the candidate that took Mr. President to the court, the Hope Democratic Party candidate. We all were here, or are here, when the judiciary in Nigeria sworn in a governor in a state who came forth in a race, and it was not much of a surprise to a number of people. Recently, we have a senator that picked tickets for primaries, one as a presidential aspirant, the other as a senatorial aspirant, and all of a sudden the same highest court in the land recently gave him the nod of approval.
Thank you, Ike. Thank you, Ike. Julie, if you remember this individual in 2019, that was, I think, the runner-up, came third in that election from one obscure party like that benefited from the mix-up between PDP and APC. At the end of the day, he had 170,000 votes. Even he had votes than Shore. He had more votes. So in 2019, I'll be 2023. The 100 million naira fund banking on his block.
The acronym of his party makes it very close to the PDP.
Yes.
And the way it's positioned on the
ballot,
many people will make the mistake.
So he felt a lot of people voted for him.
People who wanted to
over 100,000 votes.
PDP.
Yes.
Some of them will inadvertently thumbprint his party.
Yes.
That's how he became more popular
than Shore and everybody.
So we will see whether he can score more votes this time. Because
I think he had 32,000, 30-something thousand votes.
abusing people all over the place, as if that is what will take him to Ebute Ogo. you have to campaign to people, not by insult. Campaign, go around the country, show that you have value, not simply abusing people all over the place. He's done it to the point that they have to walk him out of a rally venue. So let's hope that this time around it will score more votes than 2019.
2019. All right. That the security challenge in the southeast continues to fester.